Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different, taking a detour from maybe the leagues you follow every week.
Yeah, we're diving headfirst into Polish football.
Yeah.
The Ekstraklasa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe you haven't followed it closely, but honestly, it's a gold mine for insights.
It really is. What makes it stand out? Well, you've got these incredibly intense stadium atmospheres, really passionate rivalries.
Deeply rooted ones.
Absolutely. And, a reputation for just completely unexpected results, things that can properly shake up the league table.
It feels like anything can happen on any given day.
That's the charm of it, yeah. Really compelling stuff.
So our mission for you today is basically to cut through the noise. We want to bring you the key info for two big upcoming Ekstraklasa matches.
We're talking form, crucial injury news, weather impact, even some advanced AI projections.
Yeah, and just to be super clear here, this isn't about gambling advice or anything like that.
No. It's purely about understanding the football, what makes this league tick.
Right. So let's kick things off. First match, Górnik Zabrze versus Bruk-Bet Termalica Nieciecza.
Okay, Górnik Zabrze, a club with, a massive history. 14-time Polish champions.
Wow, 14 times.
Yeah, although it's been quite a while since their last big win. Decades, actually.
Okay, but what about right now? This season?
What's really interesting this season is how strong they are at home.
Yeah.
They've picked up points in 4 of their last 5 matches there.
And scoring more freely, too.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
They've definitely looked sharper in front of goal on their own turf lately.
Okay, but here's where it gets kind of intriguing, isn't it? Despite that good home form,
Uh-huh.
their overall performance is just, well, it's all over the place. Wildly inconsistent.
That's the paradox. Exactly. One week they look brilliant, playing amazing football.
like world beaters.
Yeah. And the next, they can struggle against a team you'd expect them to, frankly, walk over.
So what's behind that? Is it pressure, tactics, or just that Ekstraklasa unpredictability we talked about?
It's probably a mix,
Right.
Maybe mentality away from home, maybe a tactical setup that doesn't travel well.
Right.
And that inconsistency is exactly where a team like Bruk-Bet Termalica and Nieciecza comes in.
Okay, their name maybe doesn't sound too scary.
Perhaps not. But look, they have absolutely shown they can cause problems for the bigger sides, especially if they get underestimated.
So if that's Górnik's situation, what's Bruk-Bet's story, especially when they travel?
Well, looking at the bigger picture, Bruk-Bet's away record.
Mhm.
It's not exactly stellar.
How so?
They're scoring, on average, less than a goal a game on the road.
Oof.
Yeah, and you combine that with a defense that looks, well, pretty fragile in those away matches.
Yeah.
It paints a picture.
And the data backs this up, the AI model.
It really does. The SmartBet AI model gives Górnik a 60% win probability, but it's the expected goals that are interesting.
Go on.
1.85 expected goals for Górnik compared to just 0.92 for Bruk-Bet.
So nearly double. What does that actually mean for listeners?
It's basically the AI predicting the quality and number of chances. It suggests Górnik should be creating way more clear-cut opportunities.
So attacking dominance is expected if the right Górnik shows up at home.
Exactly. That's the big if.
Okay, moving beyond stats, injuries, the human element, always crucial.
Absolutely. And Górnik have a key one. Mikhail Sacek, their starting right back, he's out with a leg injury.
Ah, okay. How serious? Long term.
Doesn't sound like it's long-term, but it definitely forces a change now.
Meaning a defensive reshuffle, or maybe a young player steps in.
Probably one of those, yeah. And either way, that right side could be somewhere Bruk-Bet tries to target.
Especially if Bruk-Bet decide to be aggressive.
Potentially, yes. And here's the flip side for Bruk-Bet.
They're injury-free.
Pretty much.
Okay.
A full, uninjured squad, which is actually quite rare at this point in the season.
That's a big advantage. Gives them options.
It does. More tactical freedom. Maybe they can play more aggressively.
Yeah.
But there's a risk there.
Opening up too much against Górnik at home.
Exactly. Even an inconsistent Górnik can punish you if you give them space at their place.
Got it. What about the weather? Any impact there?
Conditions in Zabrze look, well, perfect, honestly. Around 62 Fahrenheit, clear skies, not much wind.
So ideal football weather. No excuses from the conditions.
None at all. No rain to slow things down. Wind won't really affect crosses. Just pure football.
Which means...
Which means Bruk-Bet really need to match Górnik physically right from the start.
And given the stadium, the atmosphere, that might be tough.
Yeah, history suggests they might struggle to win those early physical battles there. It's just a tough place to go.
That's a really key point about the stadium. It brings up something central to the Ekstraklasa, doesn't it?
Definitely.
What is it about Górnik's stadium, the Stadion in Ernesta Pohla, that makes it such a cauldron?
Well, it's not even the biggest stadium capacity-wise,
Right.
but when you're there, it feels like the stands are literally leaning right over you. It
Yeah.
creates this intense psychological pressure.
So even like 15,000 feels much bigger.
Easily feels double that. And then you have the ultras
Ah, yes. The hardcore fans.
behind the goal the whole match. Drums, nonstop chanting, massive flags. It's just pure, raw intimidation for the visiting team.
And there's history there too, right? That adds to the aura.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Górnik fans remember those glory days, late 80s, early 90s, when they were almost unbeatable at home.
And that feeling lingers.
It absolutely does. For a team like Bruk-Bet, who aren't used to that kind of constant, fervent noise, it's like walking into a lion's den.
And if you concede early there.
Forget about it. Good luck communicating. The noise just washes over everything. It definitely affects teams, sometimes before the game even starts.
Fascinating stuff. Okay, let's shift gears. Our second deep dive, Korona Kielce hosting RKS Radomiak Radom.
Right, another interesting one. And these two aren't far apart geographically, are they?
No, so there's that regional pride on the line, bragging rights.
Always adds a bit of spice.
So Korona Kielce at home, what's their story?
Generally pretty solid defensively at their place,
Yeah.
but they've found goals hard to come by consistently.
Okay, solid defense, struggling attack. And Radomiak, especially on their travels.
Radomiak are notoriously tricky away from home. They've got that knack, that resilience.
Grinding out results.
Exactly. Grinding out draws, maybe sealing a late winner. They might not be the flashiest team talent-wise.
But they play smart.
Very smart.
Oh.
Disciplined. And that often gets them points on the road when you might not expect it.
Okay, now, injuries for Korona. And this sounds pretty significant.
It really is. A double blow defensively. Victor Popov, their starting right back, out with a foot injury.
Ouch.
And Pal Resta, one of their main central defenders, torn lateral ankle ligament. He's out too.
Wow. So that's two starters from their back four in an area that's usually their strength.
Yep, 2 key players gone. That's not just a minor reshuffle, is it?
No, that feels like a major headache, especially, as you say, in this league where maybe squad depth isn't always massive.
It's exactly right. In the Ekstraklasa, losing 2 starting defenders like that, it often means you're relying on younger guys, less experienced players.
Or players out of position, maybe.
That too. And it can really expose you tactically, test your whole team's structure and resilience.
And Radomiak, presumably, are looking at this as a big opportunity.
You'd have to think so, especially because, like Bruk-Bet in the other game, Radomiak come into this with a full squad. No major injuries reported.
Another rare advantage. Gives them a clear chance to punish those defensive gaps in Korona's setup.
Absolutely.
Weather check for Kielce. Anything different?
Nope. Remarkably similar, actually. Mild evening, around 63 Fahrenheit, clear, just a very light wind.
So again, perfect conditions.
Yeah.
No excuses there for either side.
Just pure football again.
How does the SmartBet AI see this one? Tighter?
Much tighter, yeah. Interestingly, the expected goals numbers look similar on the surface to the first game, 1.85 for Korona, 0.92 for Radomiak.
Okay. But you said it's tighter. Why the similar numbers then?
Well, that's likely reflecting the model's built-in home field advantage bias. Home teams generally create more chances.
Ah, I see. So the model expects Korona to have more chances because they're home.
Right. But it doesn't necessarily mean Radomiak can't get a result. They are absolutely capable here.
Because of that resilience and discipline you mentioned?
Exactly. They have the approach to maybe frustrate Korona or hit them on the break and punish any lapses caused by those defensive injuries, despite what the raw numbers might suggest.
So the big question boils down to this. Can Korona's makeshift defense somehow hold firm? Can they find a moment of magic to maybe, nick a win?
Or does Radomiak take advantage of those obvious defensive issues, exploit the gaps, and walk away with all 3 points from this derby?
Makes for a really compelling setup. Okay, let's quickly recap the key takeaways for both matches then.
All right. First game, Górnik Zabrze, you've got that huge home advantage, the intimidating crowd.
But that inconsistency hangs over them.
Right. Contrasted with Bruk-Bet, who have everyone available but have been, well, pretty poor on the road.
Okay, and match 2?
Korona Kielce's double defensive injury crisis is the headline. 2 key starters out.
Creating a massive opportunity for a full-strength, resilient Radomiak side.
That's the nub of it, yeah.
And here's something interesting I heard from people who watch this league closely. A kind of rule of thumb for these types of games.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
The first 20 minutes, they say it's absolutely crucial, paramount,
Okay,
If
okay.
the home teams, Górnik and Korona, start strong, get the crowd going, maybe score early, they probably push on and win.
Makes sense. Ride the momentum.
If the visitors, Bruk-Bet or Radomiak, can survive that initial onslaught, maybe even score early.
Ah, silence the crowd.
Exactly. Then apparently both games could just flip really fast. The whole psychological dynamic changes.
That's fascinating. It really highlights the mental side of things, doesn't it?
It does. Which kind of leads to a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
Given everything we've talked about, the unpredictability, the passionate crowds, the psychological pressure, and the Ekstraklasa,
How much do things like team resilience or just sheer crowd intimidation truly swing the result when the tactics on paper might look quite finely balanced?
yeah, it's not just about stats, is it? It's about how these unique Ekstraklasa factors, that raw crowd power, a team digging deep, how they actually shape what happens on the pitch.
We've laid out the details, the injuries, the stats, the atmosphere. Now it's over to you to see how it all unfolds. Enjoy the football.